Hello, my name is Hans George Campbell, and welcome to a special Halloween episode of Desirable Matchbox. Tonight, we're going to take a look at these four Matchbox Widow Corvette Grand Sports. Alright, first up, we have the very first variation of the Widow Corvette Grand Sport. This is Matchbox number 2. This car is, well, all of these Corvettes are from the Tyco years. And I just love that tampo. That Black Widow spider on its web, on the hood of the car there, with the red windows. It has the Widow, black outlined, filled in with orange. Okay? And in case you're wondering which one came out first, which variation came out first, the white or the black, the white variation came out first. And then the black variation came out later on. And there is the back of the packaging, and maybe you can read the copyright information on that back of the packaging. I think these are from 1994 to 96, I think is when these came out. 94 to 96, I think is when these came out. I could be wrong. Let me look at the copyright date. Okay, the copyright is 1994 on this car. And then the variation that came out afterwards came out the following year, which was 1995. All right. The next variation of this white one, this white Widow Corvette Grand Sport, I think it's the same packaging, so I believe it came out the same year. Let me double check. Okay, this packaging says 1995, so apparently it came out the following year. Same wheels. It's got the my favorite Tyco years, those spiral wheels. Okay, but this variation is actually rarer than the first variation. I actually like the first variation better than this variation. I like the orange Widow text with the black outline. I think it looks really nice, but this is the rarer variation. For those of you that like to collect the rare variations, if you notice, let me get my pointer. If you notice, this car where it says the Widow, it's basically white outlined. Okay? This variation is actually rarer than than the original variation of the Widow. So, yeah. And there is the back of the packaging. Maybe you might be able to read the text there on the back of the packaging. Alright, next up, we have the two black variations of the same car, of the Widow. The copyright on this first one is 1995, 1996. So this definitely came out This was released after that second white one. And that's this one here. This is the first variation of the Black Widow. You know, Black Widow. Yeah, this is the first variation of this car. It's got the red windows, white interior, and the white interior with the red windows causes the windows to look pink, and they're not pink, they're red. Okay? And the tempo, I think, is reversed, basically. It's reversed. Yeah, same wheels, a spiral wheel. I call them spirograph wheels. I just love those wheels. And to my knowledge, those spirograph wheels were only available on the Matchbox vehicles from the Tyco years. So, yeah. I like it. And then there's the back of the packaging. And I'll zoom in close in case you want to try to read the copyright date information. You know, read that important text on the back. And the second variation of this, you know, the black version of this, the Widow Grand Sport Corvette, is this one here. These wheels here are from the Mattel era, the Mattel years. So I'm pretty sure that this is a transition car between the Tyco years and the Mattel years. This car was most likely released right when Mattel Toy Company acquired Tyco. They bought out Tyco. In fact, let me read the copyright date on this card. It says 1996, Matchbox Toys USA Limited, subsidiary of Tyco Toys Incorporated. But those wheels are a dead giveaway. Those are a dead giveaway. These wheels are from the Mattel years. Those wheels there, that style wheel. So even though Mattel Toy Company during this time period owned Tyco, and of course they acquired the Matchbox name, they were still using, for the first, I think, year or two, they were still using the Tyco style packaging until Mattel Toy Company came out with their own style packaging for the Matchbox cars. But yeah. It's the same as the first one that I showed you, the black one that I showed you, except the wheels are different. And of course, the packaging is different. Packaging is different. And there is the back of that packaging. And there's the important text. I don't know if you can read that text. Anyway. All right. This is the first variation of Matchbox number 2, the Widow. This is the Corvette Grand Sport. I just love that black little spider on the web on top of the hood. I think it's really cool. I love the red windows. And I like the spiral wheels of the Tyco years. I think it's really nice. But yeah, I thought I'd show each one of these 4 cars on the turntable. I try to use the turntable whenever possible. you know, to show a lot of these Matchbox cars. And my turntable, I got a slow moving turntable, about 1 revolution per minute. You know, a lot of people that do these types of videos, they have like a really fast turntable because I guess they're in a hurry. Okay, this is the rare variation of this car. It basically looks the same as the first variation, except that the words "the Widow" is now white with red outline. But everything else is basically the same as the first variation of this car. But yeah, I chose to get a slower turntable because I wanted you guys to be able to really see the cars turn slowly around, you know, so you can really see the cars, you can admire them, you can enjoy them, you know. So yeah, I usually let each car go around about 2 revolutions, not in any hurry, and I'm sure you guys aren't in any hurry either. You want to see the cars, you know, you're into Matchbox cars, so. But yeah, this is the rare variation of the Widow Corvette Grand Sport, Matchbox number 2. All right. This is the first variation of the black the Widow Corvette Grand Sport. This is the black variation, the first one. And the only difference between this one and the one that came out afterwards, you know, the following year, are the wheels. The wheels are different. But other than that, the cars are exactly the same. I don't see any other differences. I like the red windows, but I think they show up better on the white car than on the black car. On the black car, I think amber windows would have looked better. But I don't know, the amber, I don't know if that would have went really well with the black and the red in the tampo. Well, the red in the tampo. And the red lettering for the Widow. So, yeah, maybe red windows is the best choice for this particular car. But yeah, I have just about all the different variations of the Corvette Grand Sport. And I will be showing all of them in a future video, so stay tuned for that exciting episode. Okay, this is the fourth variation of the Widow Matchbox number 2 Corvette Grand Sport. It has the Mattel wheels, but other than that, it's the same car as the previous car. Yeah, I like the white variation better. I think it looks a lot nicer. Yeah, I think it looks a lot nicer. Anyway, I thought this would be a good set of cars to show for a Halloween episode of Desirable Matchbox. So let me Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, if you enjoyed this episode. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more exciting content here on Desirable Matchbox. My name is Hans George Campbell, and until next time.